Army, Navy, National Guard, Air Force, Coast Guard, Marine Corps, Veterans Day is a holiday set aside to recognize the sacrifices made by our men and women in uniform. Every day America's finest live a life of sacrifice to defend and protect everything America stands for. The Army and National Guard protect our homeland as well as serving abroad when called upon. The Navy and the Coast Guard diligently protect and fight for us from the sea. The Air Force is the guardians of the air. Each branch does their part to protect and defend this nation we call home. There is a popular proverb that describes our military service. It goes like this. All day some day all. America and her allies are surrounded by enemies both abroad and sometimes within our own coast. The oath of every person who dons a military uniform is to defend and protect from all enemies, foreign and domestic. And day after day, we are honored to be protected by the world's finest military in the greatest country on earth. When we consider our enemies, our minds immediately think of terrorists or foreign countries that hate us and would like to destroy our way of life. There is an enemy we often overlook, an enemy that is more powerful than any Army, Navy, or Air Force. This enemy takes the battle to a very personal level. This enemy's tactics have destroyed nations and multiplied millions of lives worldwide. No military can stand one moment against the reign of terror this evil monster presides over. The name of this enemy is the devil, or Satan, and his weapons are powerful because they cannot be seen. All of us are desperately, hopelessly doomed to death in hell if this ruler of darkness prevails. The weapons he uses to ensure and ensnare every man and woman and child spends forever in the lake of fire is called sin. One sin is enough to send a man to hell. One sin, big or small, separates us from God for eternity. Without forgiveness, we are hopeless. This situation is completely unsatisfactory to God. Over 2,000 years ago, God rose up the most powerful army the world has ever and will ever see. That undefeatable army consisted of one man, one perfect man, one God man. His name was Jesus. And he was the only man who could save the world from the sin that is destroying us all. Jesus Christ died on the cross and rose again so we can live forever with God. He calls all people everywhere to repent and believe the gospel. Will you do it? Will you turn from sin, death, and the devil and turn to Jesus? Join the army of God tonight.